Welcome to That's on Florida, your weekly dose of sunshine and insanity. I'm Myke Herlihy, joined in studio with our producer, Erick Rivera.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, where are we at a baby watch, man? How many days we got left?
We are in our third trimester, so we just started. Ooh. So today was all baby shower stuff I had to help with, nice. Gift bags and stuff like that. So
nice. Also in studio tonight, the Prince of Pompano, the Duke of Daytona, the Emperor of the Everglades, Mr. Omgitswicks. Wicks, what's up, man?
Well, just hanging out, just doing my Florida thing,
Yeah. Hearing Erick talk about this upcoming baby thing, you just had yours. He's 1 and 3 months now. Is that where we're at? We count in months, 15, 16 months?
That's what Char does. Like, people ask me, they're like, how old is he? I say 1. Her, she's like, he's 15 months. Like, he's 1. Just chill out. He's 1. Like, once they get past 1, they're 1 until
that's
they're 2.
right.
Like,
there's still parents out there. Like, my mom's probably out there going, my son is 352 months, or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
I can't do the math in my head. I probably made myself younger there, but that's fine. That's fine. Well, good luck, Erick. Me and Wicks are just going to sit back and relax and know all the sleepless nights ahead for you, but we're going to sit here and enjoy every moment listening to your stories.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, guys. I'm feeling love. I feel it.
Yeah, we got you, man. Sleep is a thing of the past now.
Yeah. Like, we're here for you, just not between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m.
And 8 a.m.? Oh, okay.
When you need it. When you need it.
Right. Remind me of that when I hit the production chat at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, how do I stop this baby from crying?
Right.
Duct tape. No, that's not the FDA approved. Yeah, this comedian Danny Davenport, Orlando guy, when he had his firstborn, he's like, someone told me once, when you're having a night where the baby is just crying and you can't get him to sleep, the best thing you can do is go for a drive. And he's like, so I did, but when I came home, the baby was still in the house crying.
Oh,
nice.
Man,
but it was very relatable. Nice. It was very relatable.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, Wicks, what have you been up to this past week? Looks like you stuck around in Fort Myers.
So I've been wanting to go to a film festival for a while because, I want to get into film. And I wanted to see the whole process, see other filmmakers, see their process, and actually just hear from them. Mm-hmm. And I was just on Instagram one day and somebody posted Fort Myers Film Festival. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing today. It's like a whole week thing. Mm-hmm. But I ended up going Sunday and saw a bunch of films, and I got inspired to make a few films. So yeah, it was a good time. They have it once a year. I guess they open submissions throughout the summer, and then they pick them. They played 81 films, and it was amazing. I got to meet some really talented directors and filmmakers. So.
Did you know any of the people who had projects involved this year? Did you know any of the directors or actors?
No, I didn't know anybody, but it was good because I got to network. And for a while, it was cool because nobody knew who I was at first, I thought. So I was just in there watching films as, a person. And then, some people finally recognized me. And but I did get to network. I got to speak to a lot of the filmmakers, and now I follow a bunch of them. So now I'm, I can ask my questions and hopefully collab with some of them.
Was it a good mix of horror films and drama? And
it was a pretty good mix. I think I watched a few documentaries, one about oil drilling, another about the Everglades, and then there were some comedy films and some very deep thrillers, I guess we would go with. But it was a pretty good mix of a bunch of different things. They actually had it at a few different venues, so they had 5 different venues. I ended up making it to 2 different venues, but it was a pretty good mix. It was amazing. I will be there next year with the film. So
wow,
I'm gonna be there next year with a film.
I had a friend in college that moved up to Orlando with me, and we were working at Disney together, and she got involved with some people who did some short films.
Yeah.
And one of the things they had was something called a 24-hour film fest.
Yeah.
Where basically you have your production team, there's several production teams, and then you get your notes from the festival. They go, okay, here's the 24-hour film fest. Here's the notes. You have to include this in your script, just to make sure nobody's doing a pre-written, something they already made. And then you have 24 hours to write a script, cast it, film it, edit it, and submit it. I'm like, that's just crazy work. But now that I say it out loud, I imagine you're pretty much used to doing exactly that.
Exactly.
You know, on a shorter level with every one of the sketches you do.
Yeah.
What's the usual process for something like one of your sketches? How long does it take? Like the iguana one you just did. How long does that take from concept to begin to the end?
So I thought of the concept basically because I saw someone sent me some iguana videos. And I seen that the iguanas were doing push-ups, and I've been wanting to do an iguana video. So I would say once the costume was made, I wrote the whole skit out because normally I just freestyle them, but this one I wanted to write out, you know, at least the bones of it, so I know exactly what the back and forth would be.
Right.
I would say with the editing as well, maybe like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like from start to finish, I wrote, you know, after writing it, the costume took longer than anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that, getting that orange thing down the middle took the longest out of anything. So I'm not gonna lie to you, but I would say it took about 2 or 3 hours to like get it from start to finish.
I saw a comment on one of your posts, and someone asked, "Hey, serious question. Do you have a twin brother when you film your sketches?" Like, they honestly, I just love the fact that someone somewhere is thinking that you and your twin, who you never give any shine to or you know, any credit to, love your triplets, and that's how you're making this all happen.
Right?
I love it.
Wish. Sometimes I do wish, you know, that I can make that happen. But no, it's just me, Eddie Murphy style, just playing out every part.
That's right.
Every single part.
I wonder how that contract works for Eddie Murphy. If he's playing like 16 roles, if he got paid for 16 different castings because you didn't have to hire another actor. He's like, I'm keeping all these paychecks.
Listen,
like,
I don't think they know, because I understand now, because I'm doing like a little short film living in Florida, right? And I'm looking at all these parts, and I'm like, you know what? If I played all these parts, that means I don't have to pay anybody to play these parts, because I could just play every one of them. And I enjoy it. They're mainly like characters anyways, and I do that anyway. So hey, I'm going to Eddie Murphy the whole movie.
Well, that, and especially if you're the performer and the director, it saves you so much time from trying to get them to read the lines the way you wrote them or do what you want. Because every actor brings in their little, well, I'm going to put my own little, no, do it the way I wrote it.
I said it this way.
That's it. That's it. I see the vision. I see the total vision. Well, Florida man stories this week. This first one's a Florida woman story, and I gotta warn you, it might be a little disgusting. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Residents in one Altamont Springs, Florida neighborhood are breathing a sigh of relief. Police arrested 50-year-old Alexis Weber on Tuesday morning, April 28th, ending a week-long spree of stomach-churning vandalism. Homeowners in the Spring Oaks community banded together after discovering human excrement smeared on their lawns, mailboxes, and vehicles, including a resident's work van. The Homeowners Association vice president says neighbors used home surveillance cameras to track down the suspect, who a detective ultimately witnessed defecating in her own front yard before putting her in handcuffs. Weber now faces criminal mischief charges.
Okay.
First of all, what did she eat? Was it Taco Bell?
Same thing. I was thinking the exact same thing.
How do you have that much? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you have that much? You just keep going and going. They got to be Taco Bell. That's the only thing that can explain what's going on with her stomach. Maybe she couldn't hold it, and she's like, I got to do this. And if I'm going to do this, I might as well, you know what I'm saying? Because if she would have just did it on herself, then she wouldn't have made the news. But she was like, if I'm going to do this, I got to do it big. So she had to cover it up. Okay, I'm running out of stuff here, Mike. That's all I got.
No,
Mike, you'll appreciate this. You remember the movie Stand By Me, right? Remember when he's telling the story of the fat guy eating the pie, right? Pie eating contest, right? But then he eats like the egg and he eats oil so that he makes sure that he
intentionally vomits.
So this woman, exactly that, Wicks, went to Taco Bell. She's like, I need to make sure I've got a lot, because there are a lot of buildings that I need to cover today. So I need to make sure my stomach's full, ready to go, so I can paintball this right out their windows.
Give me everything with extra beans. Everything with extra beans.
2-day-old refried beans, no problem. Let's do it.
That's what we're rolling with, Mike.
I just don't get it. Like, I look, I'm one of those people. I enjoy being in my house and not being disturbed. You know, I don't like loud music from my neighbors. I've been an old man since I was like 21. I'd be that guy in my apartment going and knocking on other people's doors like, hey, can we keep it down? Some of us are trying to sleep at a reasonable hour, you know? So I've always been able to deal with, like, if someone's playing loud music, I'll go knock on their door, ask them to turn it down. If it escalates, it escalates. I don't know how I would handle walking out to my car and just having the windshield smeared with human, like, we're moving, you know,
Right,
like,
we're
you
outta
own
here,
this
we're
car now. We can't live here anymore, man. Well, I'm glad that, yeah, I'm glad. I don't know what that neighborhood, that's the question we need to ask here. What did her neighbors do to her that made her take it to this level?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we have to start asking, is not what she did to them. What did they do to her to make her get to this? Like, what, like, you got to be pretty angry to do something of this. Like, you gotta really be, you know, done either that, or, I mean, it's Florida, so anything's possible, but you gotta feel like somebody did you wrong, and a lot of people did you wrong for you to, like, oh, maybe she was having a party, right? But it was a very important party. They made her turn off the music to this party, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna get y'all back. And so, you know, I don't know. I can't. I ain't got. Now, normally, I can come up with a story for why something happened. I got nothing.
But this is out there. This is out there.
She was wrong.
Maybe it was a HOA thing. Maybe it was like the HOA came by and said, "Hey, your grass is a little bit high," and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna ticket me? Well, guess what? Everybody's getting tickets." Maybe she had, like, didn't clean up after her dog, and they were like, you know what?
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Hit you with a fee, and she's like, oh, we gotta pay for this. Yeah,
she got a scoop, and she was like, "Fee this," and then she just started throwing it.
I'll pick up my dog's poop when I feel like it, and you know what? I'm gonna take a poop. That's exactly how it went. Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
Okay. Well, like I said, sorry to start out so dark, but here we go. Cocaine sharks swimming off the Florida coast. In a report published on August 20th, 2024, environmental scientists looked into rumors of marine life interacting with floating drug bales dropped by smugglers in the Atlantic and Gulf. While Brazilian researchers recently confirmed sharks there tested positive for the drug, Florida experts say open ocean dilution makes a similar local threat unlikely. However, scientists warn that if packages tear open near coastal mangroves, juvenile sharks could be impacted.
Hey, listen, it's Florida. I'm waiting on the movie. I'm waiting on the cocaine sharks movie. I cannot wait. But that's probably why we're the shark attack capital of the world. I mean, if you start making sense, our sharks are on coke. That's why they're just out there doing, like, you know what I'm saying? You seen the movie Cocaine Bear and how that bear started going crazy?
Yeah, I would say I feel bad for the rehabilitation process.
Oh, there you go. Because they gotta have a shark rehab.
Come on, man, shark rehab. You know what I mean?
A shark support group.
Get
they all sitting around each other in the reef.
Man, you don't understand. I used to be swimming, and then all of a sudden, now I swim so much faster, and I feel
it was great. A boat. I just thought it was a human.
My question is, like, how come we only talk about the animals that get on cocaine and not the other ones that get chill when they dig into bales of marijuana? You know, like sharks, like, hey man,
go ahead.
There's some swimmers over there. You want to go get them? No, bro, they're just trying to swim like us, man. Like, quit gatekeeping, man. Like, the water's for everyone. Like, bro, what if we could go on land? We'd be like land sharks. What?
Maybe that's how they end up in parking lots. Because there may be some sharks in some parking lots. Maybe they got into a couple of that and be like, you know what? I'm gonna make that jump today. And now they're in a parking lot swimming around.
That's what all those beach sharks are. They were just sharks who thought, man, these fins could be legs.
What if I can really walk, but I don't know it because I'm in water? And then they come out and then they're like, nah, I can't really walk. Y'all just push me back in. Just push me back in. So
didn't we have a problem with, like, people flushing meth down toilets, and we supposedly were going to get meth alligators a while back or something like that, which I could go for. I could go for that because alligators with no teeth, they seem a little bit more friendly, you know?
Right.
Just, it would be cute to let a little alligator numb you to death, you know, or gum you to death.
Man, Meth gators. That's what I'm talking.
There's your movie. There's your Film Fest movie for next year.
I think there was a Meth Gators movie.
What?
I think so, but I know. Like I said, I want the cocaine sharks to happen. That movie has to happen, and I want to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
I could just be like a small part of the movie. I just want to pop up in a random spot saying, "What's going on out here?" That's all I want to do. Like, I just want to pop up in a random part of the movie and just say that and just go about the movie.
Can I be the guy, the investigator behind where all the drugs and the cocaine's coming for these sharks?
And why this is happening?
How are all these sharks on cocaine? What's going on?
Now Samuel Jackson come out of nowhere. Tired of all these sharks on cocaine.
Good Lord. All right. These Florida man stories they keep coming. I love it.
Well, next up in Florida, man, down in Volusia County, Florida, a routine traffic dispute escalated into one of the most creative assaults on record. A female driver apparently got so enraged during a road rage encounter that she didn't just yell or flip the other driver off. She reached into her console and pulled out a massive can of Raid Wasp and Hornet spray and blasted it directly into the open window of the neighboring vehicle. Because Wasp spray is designed to shoot a stream up to 20 feet with highly toxic chemicals, it caused an immediate medical emergency for the other driver. Police arrested the suspect and she was booked into jail, facing charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
And I know people are wondering, why does she have wasp spray in her car? If you live in Florida, you got to have wasp spray on deck at any time because wasps will just come out of nowhere and attack, and you got to be ready and armed waiting on these wasps to attack you. So I get the wasp spray on deck. I don't know, as far as shooting at other drivers, but road rage is a real thing out here. Y'all be safe out here.
Yeah. When I moved into the house I'm at now, we had a problem with wasp, and I went out and got a couple of cans. And the first thing you notice is they are manufactured to shoot 20 to 30 feet in a steady stream. Because if you have nests up on the roof or underneath, the gutters, I got to tell you, I think that's probably a perfect weapon because you keep it in the car, right? Rather than say a firearm or something like that. Cops pull you over for something else. They ask you if you have any weapons in your car. You don't have to tell them about the wasp spray because that's not a quote unquote weapon. It's so much better than when we were kids and you drove around with a baseball bat in your trunk with a baseball glove next to it. So if you got pulled over, you could tell the cops you played baseball. Yeah. I'm like, I love baseball. I play all 4 innings,
You had it rough, man. You had it rough.
Yeah, man. I'm going to the Super Bowl next week. Like, what?
Yeah, I think wasp spray is great. I mean, even now you see these people at protests and whatnot. They don't even carry mace. They have cans of bear spray.
Yeah, the bear. Yeah.
Same effect, right?
Yeah. I guess it's like way worse, but I'm not gonna test it on a bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I would have to test that bear spray because, like, first of all, you have to be there with the bear. I'm not afraid of a lot of things. A bear is one of those things because they're like, what can you really do to a bear? First of all, they're huge, so there's that. They can swim very well. They can climb very well. They can jump, and they're fast. There's nothing you can really do to the bear. Any other animal, I feel like I got a fighting chance. A bear, I don't feel like I have a fighting chance at all. Like, I feel like it's an instant L for me.
Right.
So I don't want to be close enough to have to test out that bear mace. I don't want to have that situation.
Is that why they say with bears, you should lay down and just pretend to be dead? Because at the end of the day, the bear's going to kill you anyways. But why look ridiculous right before you die, trying to run or scream or anything like that? Just lay down. Just lay down. It'll all be over in a minute.
I guess they said that's what grizzlies. So they said with grizzlies, lay down and play dead because they don't want to, I guess, eat something that's already dead. Black bears, you're supposed to make yourself bigger and scream. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm running. And with polar bears, just say goodnight because nothing's going to work. They're going to get you. So
yeah, if I'm somewhere that is a polar bear's natural habitat, I've already messed up.
Yeah, exactly. I've already made some bad decisions.
Because if the bear doesn't kill me, the cold was.
Exactly. Decisions were already messed up from the beginning. If I'm anywhere near a polar bear's habitat, natural habitat, I've already made some bad decisions, and I'm going to just accept my fate at that point.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Well, that's your Florida man stories for this week, which, You know, I'm still trying to get over the one of the woman running around her name. That scares me more than anything. Like I would rather have a bunch of teenagers do the ding dong ditch on me type thing than just wake up and just have whatever.
Walk out. What's that smell? No, I'm just like, go ahead.
There's things you do in Florida and things you don't do in Florida. And you can't get mad at people. Like, I will tell you this, lady, if you're listening, don't do that in Florida. Don't do that in Florida. No. But maybe you didn't hear these PSAs from Wicks. So if you tune in, if you listen every week, we got you. We're going to take care of you. We're going to help you learn how to Florida, which brings us to this week's PSA Floridaing with OMG, it's Wicks. Wicks, what you got for us this week?
All right, so today, let me look at the camera directly. We got to talk about this car heat. A lot of people come from other states and they think, I'm just going to open my door and get in the car. You don't want to do that in Florida because you will be choked out immediately. Car heat is very vicious. Car heat does not play. And since Florida is preheating, we're getting to stages where the car heat is dangerous, where you open the door, you get an instant punch from, Mortal Kombat finishing move punch, and then your glasses are fogged up, and now you got to figure out what you're doing and where you got to go. If you get in and close the door, you might as well say goodnight because that car heat doesn't play. What I'm saying is be careful of the car heat in Florida because it gets real. That's my PSA.
I like it. And couldn't be more true. My kids are now trained. When we get in the car, they're in the back seat, left side, right side. They both open their doors, obviously. But then one takes his door and starts pumping it, like open and close, to cause a fan motion shooting the hot air out the other side. Like, yes. I don't even have to tell them to do this anymore. This is just a thing. Every now and then during winter, I have to be like, guys, we don't have to do that anymore. Only for the summer.
No car heat. We got to... Yeah, but no, it's real, man. It got me today. I was just jumping in the car real quick. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in the car. I'm going to go around the corner. And I wasn't thinking. And I opened the door. And when I opened the door, I jumped in and I closed the door. And I'm like, what am I doing? Even with the AC on, it blows hot for a little bit because all it is hot air circulating. And now the car heat is on the move, just coming back, slapping you continuously until eventually the AC wins. So,
like, who needs a sauna in Florida when you have a car sitting in the driveway? You're good to go, man. You can lose 5 pounds just like that. Not a problem. Not even a thing. I like how up north during the winter, they have to go heat up their car before they can drive it. Here, we go out to our car in the summer, but put like a tray of cookies in, and we'll come back out in an hour. And we got cookies, and now your car smells like cookies. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing that this summer. I'm telling you, I've seen it, and I'm like, you know what? This year, I got a whole baking sheet. Listen, I'm making it happen.
We're going to have a whole series, Cooking with Wicks?
Yeah, in the car. It's all going to be cooked. Everything that's cooked in car heat. Everything that's cooked in car heat. It's going to happen. Stay around for it.
I like it. Trivia this week. We decided to go a little bit creepy. This week, I tasked Eric with searching some of Florida's most haunted places in the segment that we call Haunted Florida. So, Eric, what you got for us this week, man?
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Let's play Haunted Florida. Once again, going to give you 3 clues, and we'll see where you guys are at and see if you can guess where these places and locations are. So first, let's start with clue number 1 for our first one. Reports of paranormal activity include unexplained cold spots, moving shadows, and orbs of light, as well as the sound of a crying child. Clue number 2, the most well-known spirit said to reside in the home is that of Jessie, the young daughter of Marina and Frank, who died in the house at the age of 3. Her former bedroom is the focal point of this ghost tour and paranormal investigations, with visitors frequently reporting sensations of being touched or hearing whispers. And your third clue, overlooking the city of Brooksville. The house is a 4-story, 7-gable, gingerbread trim, 14-room painted ladies style Victorian era home. What is this haunted location?
Honestly, I have no idea, man. No idea. You said somewhere in Brooksville. I would probably need clues to help me find Brooksville. So I got nothing for you on this one, man.
Wicks?
I have nothing.
All right, let's go.
So where was it, man?
All right, the location of the first clue is the Mary Stringer House, located in Brooksville, Florida. The most well-known story is the original owner, who were called the Stringers. Their youngest child, Jesse, who was 3, youngest daughter, died, and that was the biggest haunt. And they would hear whispers of her, the 3-year-old child around the house, that kind of deal.
How long ago was this? Was this like what year?
This we're talking like 1872.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking like, old school haunted kind of thing going on there.
Do real estate agents have to tell you if like people were murdered in the house or anything like that? Do they got to tell you that? In
Jersey, they do.
Do they?
Oh, for real?
In Jersey, they do. Oh, yeah. You have to disclose. You just have to disclose. You don't have to disclose who, but
just gotta say
yes. Someone has recently passed in this house. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's try our second one here. Clue number 1. It was built in 1930 by architect Alden Freeman, who was the heir to Standard Oil fortune. Freeman designed this estate with secret passageways, hidden trapdoors, false back bookcases, and even a replica of Prison Tower. These shadowy and hidden architectural features add heavily to the building's spooky lore. Clue number 2, guests and staff of the luxury hotel have frequently reported eerie experiences, including sudden drops in temperature, the feeling of being watched, and shadowy apparitions, particularly in the garden lounge. And clue number 3, renowned for being owned by and the place of the murder of an Italian fashion designer, Gianni Versace. He lived there from 1992 until his death in 1997.
Oh, obviously it's that Versace Palace or whatever down in, was that in Miami?
Well, you got the location. That's correct. It is Miami.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the place though.
Yeah, no. All right, I'll give you 1, the Lorelei Mansion, B, the Myrtles Plantation, or C, Villa Casa Cucina.
C. That's what I'm going with. I have no idea what either one of those are, but C just feels right to me. Feels very Miami.
And that would be correct. You are correct, Wicks. It is the Villa Casa Cucinada, famous for being a haunted hotel back during that time, the 1930s. Yeah.
So we're not staying there, basically. It's where we go to Miami. We're not going anywhere near there.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
From what I hear, it's a beautiful hotel.
I don't care how beautiful it is. I'm not dealing with ghosts.
Yeah, you gotta be touching. Like if you fight me, I gotta be able to fight you back. If I can't touch you, then I would lose. I need to have a fighting chance. Like as long as I got that, like if you become solid enough for me to get a couple, we're cool. But if you just gonna, I'm
be an apparition.
Yeah, don't just keep rubbing my leg and stuff. Like don't do that. I'm already paranoid. Like, don't you do that?
All right. So, next one I got for you here. Clue number 1. In 1929, notorious New York mobster Thomas Fatty Walsh was fatally shot on the 13th floor during a tense gambling dispute. Guests and staff frequently report paranormal activity on this floor, including sightings of the portly figured man, as well as sudden smells of cigar smoke and the elevator inexplicably stopping on the 13th floor. Clue number 2. During the Second World War, the luxurious hotel was converted into a military hospital. Many soldiers died within its walls, and witnesses report hearing the phantom footsteps and seeing apparitions of World War II era soldiers marching through its halls. And clue number 3, after it was closed as a military hospital in 1968, the building sat vacant for nearly 2 decades. And during this time, the electricity was shut off, but locals and urban explorers sneaked in, reporting seeing lights flickering, windows open and closing, and apparitions waltzing in the grand ballroom.
Another hotel turned haunted. Yeah, I don't have anything.
All right, I'll give you 3 here. We got the Breakers of Palm Beach, the Bitmore Hotel, or the Don Cesar Hotel.
Well, it's probably the Bitmore because I don't think it's the Breakers.
Wait, the Breakers is not a dance group? I just
I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was a 1950s, 1960s Motown band called the Breakers. Had to be. Sounds like exactly like that. But the Breakers in Palm Beach, yeah.
I'm going C. It got to be C. I feel like it's C. I don't know why.
The Breakers, Mike, and then Mikey has B, Bitmore Hotel. And you're correct, buddy. It is the Bitmore Hotel.
I still have no idea where that is or what it is.
That's Bitmore. The Bitmore Hotel is in Coral Gables. All right, let's go for question number 4. Here's your first clue. The area's sandbar and reef are named after the notorious 19th century Spanish pirate. His spirit and the ghosts of his executed crew are frequently said to prowl the surrounding areas. Clue number 2, built in 1876, the station sheltered survivors and the fatally wounded from nearby shipwrecks such as the infamous George's Valentine. Visitors and staff have reported seeing apparitions of these distressed sailors. And clue number 3, the most famous paranormal report is smelling freshly cooked beef or stew, even though the building's kitchen has been completely inoperable since 1940s. Is it A, the Stewart Boathouse, B, Gilbert's Bar House, or C, the mansion at Tuckahoe?
C sounds haunted. I'm going C. It sounds haunted. I feel like that's the one.
What was A?
A was the Stewart Boathouse.
Yeah, all right. A.
Gentlemen, unfortunately, it is the Gilbert's Bar House.
And it's not open anymore?
No, it is still open. And I was, the reason I use that one is obviously, Mike, we live near Stewart, or, we lived to that area, and I've never heard of it. Up until now, I was like, I don't think I've ever even seen it. Yeah.
Now y'all know why. No, just the X-Files music.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean, man.
Yeah, like
ghostly pirates.
You live somewhere for your whole life, and then you hear about something like, wait a minute, how have I never heard of this, or never even seen it? So it's one of those things. Now you know why it's haunted. I know when we go there, 2 things I'm gonna avoid: it's Confusion Corner and Gilbert's Bar House. I already know. I already know what's up. So. I already know what's up.
All right, guys, here we go. We're on to the last question. Clue number 1. In 1859, lighthouse keeper Joseph Andrew fell 60 feet to his death when the scaffolding collapsed while he was painting the old watchtower. Clue number 2. The story of the Pitti sisters, Mary, Eliza, and Carrie, used a Victorian era style roller coaster riding cart to go up and down the side of this famous location. Tragically, the cart carrying the girls flipped into water, trapping the girls underneath. Unfortunately, Mary and Eliza drowned, but Carrie survived after being pulled out by the grounds worker, Dan Sessions, who watched the tragedy unfold. And then clue number 3, another evening, a female guest on the Dark of the Moon Tower was standing on the first step of the metal lighthouse staircase. When she took her first step to climb the tower, she found her shoelace tied to the staircase. Whether it was a ghost playing a trick or a friend, we don't know. A, is it the Key West Lighthouse? B, is it the St. Augustine Lighthouse? Or C, is it the Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse?
I'm going B. It just sounds haunted. It sounds like somewhere I don't want to be. Sounds haunted. I'm going B.
All right, here we go.
I've actually been to the Key West Lighthouse. It's right across from the Hemingway House in Key West. And I don't remember hearing any of those stories. So I feel like that would have been something that if I was on the tour and doing the walk, they would have told me the story. So I'll go B as well.
All right, gentlemen, we are saying B, St. Augustine Lighthouse, and that's correct. That is the answer. The St. Augustine Lighthouse. Great job, gentlemen.
I will say this is the toughest one for me. This has been the toughest one, but we made it happen. Y'all.
Never heard of any of them.
Man, yeah, well, you are correct then. This one tanked a little bit. All right. Okay. Hopefully, exactly. Hopefully, maybe the audience will be like, "Oh, I know that location," and that's what
I doubt it.
All right,
there's a lot of paranormal people out there, Mike. There are a lot of them because they try to get me to go on these tours, and I'm tired of coming up with excuses. But the real excuse is I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. That's what it is. No, I've said every other excuse. One time I told him my turtle was barking, and I had to go take him for a walk. Y'all, I'm scared. That's what it is.
Right. This was a tough one.
Yeah, no, I thought sports was going to be the worst one we had, and this this turned out to be twice as bad. So yeah. Well, we got some time left. So I guess we got some time to move on to Ask Wicks. Now, as you guys know, when we do our live shows, we always do an on-stage question and answer segment at the end. Sometimes we don't have time to answer every question we get, so we take them here to the podcast for Ask Wicks. But if you have a question for Wicks, you can just email us at askwicks@gmail.com, and we'd like to try to answer them on the air for you. So here you go, Wicks. First up this week, how do you get the Publix bakery stuff early? You seem to get it before it's rolled out. Is that true? Is that true?
I know people. I know people that know people. No, a lot of the times, if something new is coming out, the Publix bakery people, like either the managers or the workers, or even people from corporate, they'll be like, "Hey, this is coming," and I'll know exactly what's coming a lot of the times before it comes. And also, I'm in Publix every day. That's what y'all got to realize. I'm there every day. So a lot of the times when they're creating it and when they're bringing it to the table, I'm standing there already waiting on it. So I'm there every day, either that or someone tells me. Or, we have our little Publix community. And basically what someone will do is they will see something in the store and they'll be like, "Hey, I just saw these," and they'll send me a picture. And I'm like, "Oh, I got to go get those." And that's what I kind of do to them. Like, I'll post them on my story every now and again. Like, "Hey, have y'all heard about these s'mores decadent cookies that they have out there?" And, by the way, that they did just drop and they're amazing. But it's kind of like you just share information. But a lot of the times I'm there every day. So I get the drop on what's new.
Yeah, I think someone had asked before, like, how come Publix hasn't given you a sponsorship yet? And I think the reason is they get it for free, man. They don't need to pay you to sponsor it because you are just one of those people who just actually loves the product. It's like, don't pay me, man. Just give me some cookies every now and then.
Just bring. Only thing I ask for, right? Like if they are like, because when we go to Polk County, we're going to Lakeland. That is the home of Publix. I'm trying to schedule a tour with the corporate, and I only have 2 questions, like 2 requests. That's all. One, bring back the shrimp po' boy. That's what I need. I need the shrimp po' boy. 2, bring back the hurricane cakes, because Walmart out here trying to make hurricane cakes. I don't know if y'all seen it. It looked like it was made with cardboard and Dasani water. We don't need Walmart making hurricane cakes. I do appreciate their attempt, but what we don't need is them to feel like there's an open lane to where they need to fill it, because we don't need Walmart filling any cake lanes. That's where I'm rolling.
I gotta tell you, every Walmart cake kind of looks like it already went through a hurricane anyways.
Mike, you don't want to join the Walmart cake beef. I'm deep in with 6 people. It's me versus 6 of the Walmart cake people. They're in my DM and they're angry every time I tell this joke.
Let me tell you, the 2 posts that I will never turn down when I see them is people who post bad tattoo collections or bad cake collections. Like, for some reason, that's it. Like, if I'm scrolling through Facebook and there pops up like, "Hey, 50 of the worst tattoos ever," I'm like, well, there goes the next 20 minutes of my life, because I'm just going to be looking at all of them. And I love the ones where it's like someone brings in a portrait of their child to get tattooed, and then you see what ended up on their arm, and then they go back and they take the tattoo and put it on the photo to make it look like how close they got it. I'm like, man, that's on you for life.
Right,
for life. But more importantly, your child's going to grow up and think that's the way you see it when you look at it. Like, what kind of inferiority complex are you giving that kid?
What really? Did I really look like that? Like, no,
yeah. The one tattoo I regret not getting, though, and whenever I see parents who have it, I'm like, I should have done that, is when they get like their baby handprint or footprint put on, like they ink up the baby and then they slap it on their arm or something like that. Man, I kind of wish I got one of those. But how about I know?
Yeah, the dates, right? Like, as well, right?
Yeah,
like the birthday, like right under and the name. Yeah. I'd probably go that route as well. Really? Yeah, I'm with you on that.
What you should do is put the end date on it too. Like, just so the baby knows, like, what? You already know the day I'm out of here too? Yep.
You gotta mess them up. You just gotta mess them up.
Traumatizing. Nice.
My kids don't take me serious right now. They're like, "Dad, you play too much." I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. Like, I'm sorry.
What about you? I know Erick has tattoos. Wicks,
God.
you got any tats?
Yeah, I got a Florida man tattoo in Jacksonville on live.
Oh,
I
yeah?
went to Jackson. Yeah, I was just in Jacksonville in 2021, and they were like, "Hey, if you go live, we'll give you a tattoo." And I'm like, "Why not?" So,
and was that your first tattoo?
Nah, I got some, back in the day. Back in the day, your cousin
There'll be a lot of editing on this episode.
Back in the day, your cousin get a tattoo gun and
no, I don't know.
just me. He got a tattoo gun and it was like, "Hey, cuz you want
to practice on?"
Yeah, no, he told me he had it. He was like, "Cuz you want a tat? I do tattoos," and I'm like, I'm 18 at the time. I'm like, "Yeah, give me a tattoo." And it was the worst. It was a horrible decision. It's faded off pretty much by now. So
are you allowed to tell us what it was?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the mind you, this is in the early 2000s. I want to point that out. I turned 18 in 2002, y'all. This is important information. 2001, one of those, 2001. This is important information. I turned 18 in 2001. It is Little Wicks, right? This is what it's on my arm right now. But in the old English lettering, because that was big back in the day. But that's kind of what happened. Oh, yeah, it was, and it's horrible, y'all. It looks bad. My kids still make fun of me for it till today. Like they'll see it and they'll be like, "Dad, you got a tattoo?" And I'm like, "Stop playing."
Have you ever thought about it getting covered up or removed?
Yeah, all the time, every day. But then I gotta sit there. Then I'm like, I gotta sit there for a couple hours to get it removed, and I don't sit still for too long. So, but I do want to get it covered up.
Yeah. Have you thought about what you would put over it?
Anything is better than this. Like anything, I feel like
big Wicks.
Yeah, went from little to big, or I could be medium Wicks or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like something, an alligator or anything at this point, because anything is better than what's there already. So,
you know what we should do? We should get a picture of it. We should put it on the site, and we should have people do their best cover up of your tattoo recommendations.
Oh, that would be funny.
All right, we could do it. I mean, I gotta show it. Nobody has seen this tattoo.
I don't go swimming because I don't want to take the shirt off because of this tattoo.
They're like, "You wearing a shirt?" Right. Like, no, it's a tattoo. I got a tattoo that nobody can see. I'll have one sleeve on. Like it'll be no shirt with one sleeve covering the tattoo. So
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're listening and you're a tattoo artist and you have some suggestions, we are accepting all input on what Wicks should get to cover his tattoo up. And where's it on your upper arm? It's on your shoulder, on your arm.
Yeah. I'll do it on live. I'll get the tattoo cover up on live. Like I'll do it. I'm with that action. I'm about that action.
Good deal. So, and even if you're not a tattoo artist, if you have some suggestions for what Wicks should get tattooed on his upper left arm, you go ahead and just put it in the comments.
My God, the comments are going to be rolling. I'm loving it.
Please do that. Because
Eric and I got pulled over one night during our college years, and the cop ordered us out of the car, and he asked if we had any identifiable tattoos. And I didn't have any tattoos at the time, but Eric did. And Eric had 2 Japanese symbols, and the cop says, "You know what they mean?" And Eric's like, "Yes, it's heart and soul. It means heart and soul." He's like, "How you know it doesn't mean all you can eat $2.99? Do you speak Japanese?"
Yo, he's no joke. Like Mike's, and the thing was like Myke was getting the joke. He was like totally with the cop, and meanwhile I'm like freaking out because I'm being pulled over and stuff like that. I'm like, no, my tattoo means love and family, and family. And as I'm freaking out, both of them are just laughing at me and just like it's like, see, this is what happens to you, Eric. That was that, and I do want to cover that up, and probably Myke, it'll be one of the or something like that with the kid or that idea.
I should have told him it's Japanese for "I hate cops."
It would have been like,
oh my God. Oh.
So, all right. Moving on to the next Ask Wicks here. Wicks, forget the internet character for a minute. What's one thing about the real Wicks nobody knows? I think we just went over that.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody thinks I'm an extrovert. Everyone thinks that I'm like out. I'm an introvert, y'all. I'm in the house. Myke knows this. I'm in the house as much as possible. I like to stay home. I'm very introverted. I'm socially awkward. There's that. So when you see me out, I have to work it up. Like I worked on it all week. If you see me out doing shows and we're doing a meet and greet, and I worked on it all week, and I still feel in my mind that I'm very awkward. Yeah, I think those are two things about myself. I think that
people just assume you're always out doing crazy stuff, or you have all these fans now and they see you on all these adventures, so you must be out all the time. But most of the time I call Wicks, he's either picking up his kids from school or just chilling at the house. Yeah. And it is literally next to impossible to get him out of the house on the weeknight. You have to have a really good reason. And even on show nights, when we're all like coming down from that show hype of like, yeah, we just had great shows, let's go do something. Wicks is like, yeah, I'm going back home to bed.
I'm going home. I gotta go. And I guess that's another thing. I'm always with my kids. So I had someone ask me like, do you have kids? And I'm like, yeah, I'm always with my kids. I guess because I don't, post about it a lot, but I'm literally always with them, like always. So
that's awesome, man. That's your priorities. You know what I mean? That's what.
That's my number one job.
Great thing, man. Let me ask you a question for both of you though. Do you think that comes with age, as far as like what you would so-called like suffer through your 20s, or do the things that you would do in your? Because I'm exactly where you are, but I don't want to be like. It makes me sound like a hermit or something like that. I have so much energy. This is what I want to expel. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to focus on. That exactly that. It feels like I just want to go home. I want to go to bed.
In my 20s, my night didn't start until 10 o'clock. Like I would be getting off my job or something like that and be like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? Now, if I find myself out past 10 o'clock and it's not a show, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? There's nothing good out here after dark, man. There's no reason for me to be, like even when I go downtown for an open mic or something, I'm like, man, I'm pushing 50 years old. I don't need to be in downtown Orlando. I'm like, I've gone from that age of people suspecting me of being the guy who mugs people to being the guy that people are looking to mug,
Right. Exactly. At this point,
like young people are like, hey, sir, can I help you? Are you lost?
Oh, what? You talking to me?
You don't know me? I made these streets, son. I made these streets.
I'm the reason why you can walk around doing what you do.
I'm actually picturing that, like Myke walking around Lake Eola doing that crap.
Myke, I feel like that's the skit right there. That has to happen now. Like you got to make that now. We'll find a young person, and you got to make it now. Like that's a whole thing.
Just thinking the young people are coming up to mug you, and they're actually more concerned with your safety being out at that hour at your age. So, I know there's a convalescent home around here. Maybe he wandered away.
Are you lost, sir? Are you
lost, sir? Let's get you an Uber. Do you have a caregiver we can call?
Dude.
Yeah, it's no fun being the old guy nowadays, man.
Oh, I play that up now.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you can't do this because I'm like, yes, you are right. Y'all go do that. I'm gonna go hang back here, just sit down over here. Y'all go do that over there. So I play it up now.
I know you're like people ask you to do something. You're like, man, I'm still recovering from that magic basketball thing a month and a half ago, man. I can't be out. I can't be out here. I still got knees questioning me. Yeah.
My knees are still mad at me. Like, what are you doing?
Me break those ankles.
Right.
Well, guys, unfortunately, that's all the time we got for this week. Coming up this week, we got some good stuff going on. Wicks and Ken Miller and myself, we will be at Visani's in Port Charlotte. We got 6 sold-out shows Thursday through Saturday. That's going to be a great time. Ken Miller and I are co-headlining Wednesday night. That's also going to be a blast. After that, we have a ton of shows coming up. Ooh. All you got to do is go over to Omgitswicks.com. You will see the list of the shows. Hopefully, this week, tickets for Pensacola will be going on sale, so that's huge. Tickets are already on sale in Lake City. Sanford tickets should be coming up. Other than that, we're everywhere, man. I can't even name all the places we're going, and we're adding more and more. So check it out. And remember, only buy tickets off the links found at Omgitswicks.com. A lot of scam sites out there. We don't want to see you guys getting taken. On behalf of myself, our producer, Erick Rivera, and Mr. Omgitswicks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.